Jesus fucking Christ! Now finally,
It's finally starting.
Fucking finally.
It's
goddamn.
fine to be. Oh,
Wait,
what?
we're fucking alive.
We're alive. I can't call Cable the N-word.
Oh, you can. I just won't save you.
Sweet. I fucking stopped myself for once in my life.
Here, Coby, here you go.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's an illicit N-word pass.
It is an illicit.
This is made on tinfoil and Sharpie.
What is this N-word pass made of lies that you're handing me? You're not even black.
Hey, it was christened by me, so it counts.
Cool. The shit I was just handed in my hand was blessed by the Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
What just happened?
What the fuck?
What the fuck did Carl just...
Oh shit.
We're falling apart already! This is sub 5 minutes!
And we had a whole extra week to prepare.
Man, we suck.
Yeah.
Hey,
great.
welcome to Escape Pod episode 12?
I don't actually know.
I honestly don't know.
That sounds right, but I almost want to actually say 13. Hold on.
It's either 12 or 13.
It's 13.
All right, I lied. Episode 13. Hey. Hey, yeah. Hey. Yeah, no, I know about the refrigerator ice now, Carlos. I forgot.
Yeah.
Still pretty funny though. It was like good comedic timing.
It was pretty good.
We really need to post more update videos.
You know.
I mean, they're not hard. We just forget. And then we have other things. God damn it.
Okay, Carlos at the moment. It's a pretty good picture. I feel like I sent that like a long ass time ago. It's probably circling around Twitter somewhere. Oh, we haven't even gotten to our weeks yet. We're already posting fucking. Oh, this is about to be something. I woke up at 4 today, right? I think I already talked about it. Like, Michael, guess what?
What?
I went to bed early and I still woke up early.
Oh.
Why the fuck? God damn it. Mark that time to place fucking memes in. That was pretty good.
Right,
I love how when Carlos can't speak, he just fucking portrays like well basically speaks to us through memes as if it's like another language. He could just type, like a regular person, but no, it's just JoJo shit posting. Which now that you're a part of the community, you realize it's the half of the love of it is just shit posting.
Yeah.
God damn, we can't post that.
I post one. I'm tabbed
Maybe.
out editing stuff. Nah.
I'm just gonna. Anytime now, whenever we post a controversial meme, we just gotta put the Mr. Snip Snip in. Do you have a picture of Mr. Snip Snip on hand, Cable?
I mean, I can just cut myself with a pair of scissors and take a picture of it. Does that count?
No, it's okay. I always have it on standby.
Yeah, that's not really a racist tirade, though.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to make it seem bad. You always gotta make it look worse. There was a joke there that I was actually going to follow it up with, but now you can also post the Mr. Snip Snip. It was about to get real fucking bad.
Yeah, let's
man,
not do
tired me has no filter. All right, hey, Michael, what did you do with your 2 weeks?
The first week, nothing really special, just the usual. Last week though, like I know I usually come on these podcasts and I'm just like I'm so fucking depressed. I fucking hate myself. Last week was actually pretty good.
Hey,
Like-
that's what's good.
Like nothing really much happened until Friday, but I mean, I felt good for once. I think my mental breakdown's finally, fizzling out.
For now.
But, yeah, for now. But I'm gonna enjoy this good spirit for a little bit. But yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some shit I could say. I saw that meme, Carlos.
It's pretty. Carlos has become one of us. He's just JoJo shit posting now.
Oh boy. One thing I can say, so I was grinding away in Mortal Kombat 11 a lot just to in the challenge towers, because if you got 10%, if you were in the top 10% at the end of the week, you unlock the Johnny Cage announcer voice. And I unlocked that shit. That's a top tier ass voice. It's pretty good. What else can I do? I can't think of really much that I've really played other than Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I got a random urge to play Marvel just now. That's something.
It's Marvel,
new
baby.
JoJolian chapter came out over the weekend.
Oh yeah, I heard. I heard some shit happened in it that we can't
some
talk
shit
about
happened.
because of spoilers for everyone else.
Some shit happened. It was who boy. Oh.
It was like, that one part in JoJo when it just Araki's just like, you know what it's time for? What time is it, Araki? It's time to fucking turn the fuck up.
Yeah.
Araki, please.
There was something specific that we thought Araki had forgot. Araki didn't fucking forget.
He usually doesn't forget a lot of the times. What he does in his writing style, which I do like, I can like respect it, is that if he's just like, this is fucking stupid, he will drop that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't really work out with how the story's playing out. Dropped.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Man, I wonder if Carlos is ever gonna unmute himself.
I wonder if Julio's gonna ever come back.
I think Julio's dead.
Freezer. No.
Hold on, let me check something. Okay, he's not playing Siege right now. That's kind of my first assumption.
God damn, dude.
Jesus. Okay, I'm trying to think of some shit to fill its face. Fuck. Oh yeah, speaking of chapters, after a fucking month, I finally finished the chapter for my story and sent that to my friend. Oh boy, that was an interesting fucking shit.
Did it go well?
It went well. He said it was like his number one favorite chapter. I'm like, oh shit.
What's your story about if you want to talk about it?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, let's plug Michael this podcast.
Yeah, let's plug Michael. Michael, don't you have a Patreon where you write a bunch of fucking smut stories for money?
No.
I mean, you should. That sounds like easy money. You just throw up every time you type, though.
I'm sure at some
got the
point you
joke.
stop vomiting.
But
I can't. We can't post that. Hold up.
That's
a
fine.
Mr.
No one
Snip
can.
Snip.
No one can see it. No one can see it.
That's a Mr. Snip Snip.
okay. Jesus Christ. All right. So, question: do y'all just want to do your weeks, and then like we can pick up? If y'all still want to talk about my story, we can maybe do it afterward.
No, I'm
After
putting
we
you on
need
the
some-
spot right now. Talk about your story. Talk about
God
what you're writing
damn it.
about. Also, everyone say hi to our new editor, Mr. Snip Snip.
Hi, Mr. Snip Snip.
Our boy, Mr. Snip Snip.
Yeah, get out of here, Mr. Snip Snip. You can do whatever you want with that editing.
I can't wait for Mr. Snip Snip Requiem.
Take a while. Oh boy.
It just erases you from reality.
Okay, so basically the story's kind of like this. It's nothing I really plan on putting out. It's just something that I'm doing to, one, for fun to help with the depression, and two, just for, to help myself grow with character development and whatnot. So, how do I best explain this? Essentially, right, it's basically this. We take my characters that I've made in past WWE 2K games and just give them stands, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And then just see
Oh.
how that plays out.
Oh.
Yeah.
So when can we Square Enix to sue you for the Life is Strange characters?
Probably never, because they'll never find out about it.
Yeah,
Well, now they do.
I don't think they'll care enough. With how
They
season
won't,
2's been
because one-
going.
Have you just been
yeah.
making your own JoJo part with your OCs?
Essentially, yeah. That's essentially what it is.
I mean, this reminds me
What's
of like, you remember those like, okay, so here's a really weird fucking funny story. You know those joke comics that they made for a while of this one dude that made of like, Shaggy being overpowered and having a stand and all that
Yeah.
stuff? Yo,
Yeah.
those went out of control, and it's apparently like a hard battle manga now. And apparently it's like really good, and like some stand abilities are actually broken.
Dude, what is that called? Because I actually wanted to look that up.
I don't remember what it was, but I do remember it was like stuff. Oh yeah. Carl shows interest now, and it's like,
good.
what? I forgot. Someone had the ability, and it was like they're not stands per se, but they might as well be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have the actual physical stand there, but they have powers that are basically stand powers. And one of them was literally like edited, like he had the power to edit shit like it was a cartoon and make it affect reality. And I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, holy shit, that's broken.
That is
Like,
broken.
That is like world-ending stand ability, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking back on it. I don't remember the full thought of it, but just being able to edit stuff in the real world to make it more like cartoons is fucking crazy. Imagine you're about to get hit with like a fucking spirit bomb, but like not the bitch spirit bomb that never kills anybody, but the big spirit bomb that actually like killed like Kid Buu. And then you just cut it like as if you were cutting a scene in like a show or something, and it was like, oh, it didn't hit me. Huh? yeah, it didn't hit you.
but
No.
Damn.
And that just sounds broken. I need to if I can figure out what the name of this is, we'll try to put it in the description.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can't fucking go for it, because I was like, ever since y'all were talking about it at the loft, I'm like, yo, I want to read this just to see how much bullshit is in this.
No, yeah.
But hey, y'all want me to keep going or just?
You can keep going. I mean, like, talk about the not stands that, who fucking cares? Araki's already been fighting copyright. It's not like he's gonna fucking sue us.
Look, they're just stands. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. First of all, I'm not putting this out. Secondly, there's people that make fan-made stands all the time, my guys. So it's like, it's kind of whatever. But yeah, what the fuck I talk about? I know about the characters I totally didn't steal.
OC, do not steal.
OC, I did steal.
OC, I. Jesus Christ. But so essentially, I was just kind of using like it's nothing really like fucking. How do I explain this? So yes, I use Life is Strange characters, but they're not. If I needed to, like if I really fucking needed to, I could change their names, because all in all, they're pretty fucking different from how they were in the game. Yeah. Like motherfucking example, Chloe's just Joseph right now. Actually,
better than what her character was in the fucking game.
you're not wrong. You're not
Oh.
wrong.
Ah. Hey man, let's steal from the special needs fund. God.
Hey Chloe, put a real dent in that front bumper.
Oh, that's still funny. What are you talking about?
That was funny. Hey man, I'm not an asshole. I just
You would think at some point Max just stops reacting to dumb shit like that. The world just wanted you dead, Chloe. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Sometimes you gotta listen to Final Destination.
Yeah.
Well, was that your week?
Pretty much. If y'all want me to go more in depth into this later, like if we have time later, I can think of some shit then.
That's up to you.
It doesn't matter.
Well, Cable, what did you do with your week? I hear you typing.
I'll play Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
Actually.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, I was just fishing.
Nice.
Let's see. Past 2 weeks, besides the usual school and work, which is, boring as hell. This weekend, I went back to Redacted at 4:30 in the morning. Got there about little before 7. Hung out with Kristen at a college open house there. Not gonna say which college for the troubles. Then I went back to our current base of operations. I'm trying to be careful here, okay?
In Wyoming, Idaho.
Ugh. I'd rather say the actual place we live in.
God. I literally just combined 2 states.
I know.
Wait. I'm just double checking if Idaho
Wyoming's not a state. Wyoming isn't real.
Okay, I thought you meant Wyoming wasn't an actual state. All right, Wyoming's an actual state.
Jeez.
Passed out until 3 on Sunday, and I haven't been to sleep since.
Yeah. Cable is currently just being alive by his own strong will.
Oh, I wouldn't say
That's slowly
strong.
fading. Oh.
No, I nearly outright died at work multiple times today. I would be walking up to bring people their packages and asking for their residence halls, and I was very aware I was slurring my words.
As long as you weren't saying slurs.
And, I don't know, man. I passed out a few times. I don't know what I did.
Oh no, Cable, the sleep racist.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of Zenitsu when he turns into Virgil when he's asleep, you just turn into a huge racist.
Turn into fucking Uncle Ruckus.
Ha ha ha.
Other than that, just mostly played a lot of Unist and Unist appealed to Loft, Minecraft with Julio and some of his friends, and Siege with Julio pretty much because no one else wants to play with us. Coby sometimes, but he's mostly either been out of town or working. So I would say that's it. I didn't really do anything else. So
yeah.
Next would be Carlos, cool. But I think he's still dead.
Carlos, are you there? Because I kind of want you unmuted to talk about my week because it's been really eventful. Oh fuck! Carl, stop sending memes. I think he's dead. I think they finally got him.
Who, his roommates or Ice?
I gotta put this out there.
Oh. Oh, that's strong. We're just putting F's in chat right now.
They're striking while the iron is lukewarm.
Man, I can't believe Carlos died.
Damn.
I believe Carlos got retroactively deported.
Yeah, he got deported from Discord.
Oh god.
They saw he was an immigrant from TeamSpeak.
Nah, Uvu.
You're the immigrant from Thieves.
Well,
Mm.
either you can go ahead and start, Kobe, or we can talk about something else in the meantime while we wait for him. What? I don't know.
All right.
So our
I've had
upload
a pretty
schedule.
Oh, that's another thing.
got-
The podcast has just been the easiest thing for us to do at the moment.
Yeah, because it's literally just sit down for at least 2 hours, if nothing else. Just
Yeah.
talk like a bunch of idiots like usual. And just slap it in there, call it a day. It's very rarely we have to do any actual work on it outside of, Mr. Snip Snips.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Snips.
Good old Mr. Snip Snips.
You
Speaking of,
Fine.
where's Monroe?
that and King Crimson. Ooh.
Ah, my boy.
King Crimson
He's not
Requiem
the
is just
story.
Mr. Snip Snip.
No, it's just King Crimson, but even angrier.
I mean, I'd buy that.
So, anyways, my week, right? I did a lot of stuff with my week. Got into some new anime. No Guns Life came out. I watched that with cable.
I completely forgot to mention those. Oh well.
Well, yeah, No Guns Life is pretty good. Cable. Oh, fuck, Michael. Do you know the premise of No Guns Life?
No, I don't.
It's essentially set into a cyberpunk city, and the main
Oh.
character was a weapon that was used for war, where he literally just has a gun on his head.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
It's
the
just like-
picture.
okay, you
Oh,
got it.
God.
And he's like kind of like a freelance worker for the city that just solves people's problems and stuff. So it's like a cyberpunk noir, but the dude has a gun for a head and gun arm. And he does like really cool fucking martial arts with it.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Jeez,
And he's like-
Joel.
a heavy smoker.
I'll be real. He looks kind of rad. I won't lie.
Yeah. That first 2 episodes are out. It's got a pretty good hook to it. I like what Madhouse is doing with it, but now that I know it's Madhouse, there's not going to be a season 2.
F.
Rest in peace, all my No Game No Life fans, all 5 of you out there.
Mm.
All right, I forgot 6, including cable.
Fucking even Kaguya-sama's getting season 2.
Hey, I heard that's like a really wholesome show that
No,
has like
I'm sure it's
some
really
depth.
good. It's just more like a just kind of kicking the dead horse, resurrecting it
never
with
get-
necromancy, and then
Hey,
kicking
Cable,
it again.
If I can never get a good Berserk anime adaptation, you don't fucking
But
get
at
a No
least
Games,
you
No
get
Life.
something.
I'd rather have nothing than what I have.
Yeah, I've seen some shit from that Berserk anime. It's not great.
Oh fuck, Carlos is typing. The Lord has spoken.
Oh, yeah.
This is the
Hey
last
Jesus,
you'll
where you
see
been
of
all
me.
these years?
I was out getting
Carl, stop.
cigarettes.
Oh, no.
Carlos, stop typing. Oh no. Carlos is
Oh,
typing
no.
again. Huh.
Oh, no.
Ah, suspenseful.
Ah shit.
Well, that's fine.
And so we're now currently down another person for the podcast. Sweet.
For X amount of time. No. Mm.
Worst case, we need to cut this part out. We can.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna cut it out because there's a lot of nothing going on. So,
Well, we don't really need to cut it out. We can leave the fucking awkward nothing in.
yeah, I guess just kind of whispering here to each other,
Yeah.
staring at Discord chat.
don't know about you. I'm reading No Guns, No Life right now. I mean, hey,
right shit.
Let's
the
see.
man
I mean,
the man karate punched a train and it fucking derailed. It's pretty rad.
That's pretty cool. That sounds kind of dope.
Yeah. I also started Kabuchiko Sherlock, which is a reimagining of Sherlock Holmes in Kabuchiko, Japan. AKA, if you ever played the Yakuza games, it's what Kamurocho is like completely one for one based off of. With
That's
like
interesting.
some changes to the real life location, of course, but like yeah, it's pretty rad. And like I showed Cable like the first 2 episodes of it because only the first 2 episodes is out.
And I had an hour to kill before class.
Yeah. And it really scratches that Yakuza vibe for me. Well, what I mean is like just those type of like games and like their stories and stuff like that.
Oh
Just
God, Jesus Christ!
Oh God. What's up, Carlos? You're back. That was a
No,
good way to
nothing.
go.
I'm sure we had to cut some of that. I'm sorry. I had there was just something that happened in the house. I don't really feel comfortable sharing it on the podcast, but I had to help them deal with it.
Ooh. Text me it just to make sure, just so I know that you're all right. But
no,
we
I
can,
promise.
yeah.
I promise I'm okay. It was just something that had to be dealt with right now.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
So who'd you kill?
Yeah. Who
No,
did
nothing.
you kill?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing like that.
Okay.
I promise everything's fine. It was just kind of it was just it was happening really fast.
Okay. Well, good to know everything's all right. All right. Anyways.
As long as
I
you're good,
guess-
bro, we good.
So
Yeah,
what did I miss? What did I last thing I remember hearing was I think Michael's writing his own JoJo part or something.
Oh damn! You completely missed like that last bit of his week, my whole week, and like the first half of Kobe's week.
Oh fuck!
We'll run through it with you at the end of the podcast. Don't worry, because I still have the
Yeah.
funniest part of my week I haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, Kabuchiko Sherlock, literally the reimagining of Sherlock Holmes, but in the red light district of Tokyo. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
Nice.
At one point, okay, so this isn't like any major spoilers, but it's a pretty funny hook for the show that just made like only the first 2 episodes are out. I watched the first episode and I was like, okay, this is an original anime, not based off of any manga or anything like that. Which like I like, of course, like I'm a shill for some manga anime, you know, JoJo. But like I was like, cool, something original that they're doing, and it's like a reimagining of Sherlock Holmes. And the second episode was pretty funny because, long story short, he solves the case, but then like the rival thief like shows up at the case because the other thief was stealing his gold, essentially, right? And the main thief's name is Cobra because he has a weird cobra motif and he has like cobra gloves and shit. And then he's essentially like, yeah, come to take my money back, Sherlock Holmes. And he presents his hand out, and his hand is a glove of like a snake head, and it hisses. And then in the hissing, it opens its mouth and it has a gun in its mouth, and he just points the gun at him.
Okay, that's
And
kind of cool.
Jeez.
I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me. It's just all that theatrics just to pull out a gun seemed really fucking funny, and it like sold me on the show.
Oh, don't forget
Like
how
I know what
Sherlock,
I'm getting into.
Don't forget how Sherlock
What'd you say,
solves the,
Cable?
like presents his evidence. The skits.
Oh yeah. All right, so I have to go through fucking not Japanese history, but some culture shit right now. All right, so one of the big things that this is like a cultural thing for Japan. It's called rakugo. It's essentially like a one-man theater act, right? Where all you have to present like your jokes and stuff is what you're wearing, anything you have in your pockets, and like a fan. So usually these like theater acts are done like comedies, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong. I hope someone tells me about it. So I don't look like a bigot, like more than I already fucking do. You know, Dave Chappelle, shout outs.
Damn.
And yeah, he Sherlock looks fucking crazy because he speaks to himself a lot. and fucking responds. And it turns out he does that because at the end, when he's telling people how he solved the case, he's doing it like he's doing a one-man theater play, like a Rakugo play. It's kind of cool. And yeah, some names are literally not changed at all. Like they're straight up the English names. That's a little jarring, but it's still pretty funny. Yeah, show's pretty good. And I just realized Carl's muted himself.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
Ooh.
No, it's okay. I'm just doing it from time to time just to make sure, but I'm okay.
All right. Yeah. What if you like the campiness, like the more like I guess like weird and funny episodes of Cowboy Bebop, you'd like this show. It's currently going out weekly though. So there's not something you can go and like binge watch all the way through. What else?
What's the name again?
I'll type it in chat because I am horrible at pronouncing it. And let me spell check this.
Oh my god.
It's in Japanese. I can't fucking help it.
Well, you'd probably be the closest to saying it right.
I don't think that translates as well as you think, but there you go. That's the name of the series. Pretty good. Pretty fun.
Kabukicho Sherlock.
Cowboy, why'd you just put the N word in chat?
I did not put the N word in chat. This is the N word. Nah, gotta stop. Can Michael no? No, Mike. No.
Why are you screaming? Only we can see this.
I know only we can see this. But okay, he put the H. It's okay. He put the H.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
God damn it.
You baited.
I got baited. First it said nightmare, and then it was the N word. God. It's pretty funny. Cable, I can fucking hear you playing a fighting game over there. Jesus, can you fucking stop? I'm gonna pick up so much. This is all. This is. Cable, stop! This is falling apart. All right. I need every. All right. In all seriousness, no, I need all noise to stop to tell my next story of how I ruined somebody's life inadvertently.
How?
Oh god.
All right, so when I went back home to my folks, I ran an errand for my dad where I was returning some stuff back to a department store. Basically like a hardware store. I don't want to say what it was. Actually, no, they're everywhere over here. I was returning shit to Home Depot, right? And it was a shipment, part back of a shipment of like stuff he used to, help with his business. And so he's not returning the full order. He's returning some back that he didn't need, right? And so me with the 9 things, essentially just boxes of hardwood flooring, I go to the return aisle and I literally put the boxes in the cart, well, in one of their like carts, and I push it out to that return aisle where they all see it, right? This is 9 boxes of like the 37 my dad ordered. And so I pushed it in there, and then I leave it, and they all see it, and then so the one of them brings me up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go return this. Cool. How many are you returning? I'm returning 9. All right, cool, thanks. And that's the end of it. I drive back home, and then like while I'm like just there with my dad, I'm like, I just noticed something, Dad. It's like, why? Why'd they give us the full amount as if we returned all 37? Granted, this wouldn't be a big deal if it was like 37 boxes of nails, right? This was 37 boxes of hardwood flooring, so that amounted to a couple fucking grand.
Oh.
Yeah, so I go back, right? I go back, and I like, hey, I was just here a while ago, and they're like, yeah, you were, and it's the same person who rung me up, and I was like, yeah, and how we returned like 9 of those boxes, and she's like, yeah, they're over there. Yeah, you refunded me as if I returned all 37 of them, and I just saw like, I could pinpoint if it was a video, I could pause at the exact moment that her heart ripped in half.
It was at this moment she knew.
And it was just a mess. They could not void the return for some reason. And I don't want to go in the details for that or why. And it's just like, it just ended up with their manager going out and be like, nah, it's okay. We'll just chalk it up as our mistake. You can just go. I'm like, are you sure? Is there nothing I can do on my
Really? They let you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
It like they couldn't void it for some reason because it was a specific type of order. And it was just like, it was like, yeah, you could go. And I was like, oh, are you right about that? Just like, yeah. And I just, I couldn't even bring myself up to say sorry. I just left. I was just like, oh man. Oh jeez, as I'm like leaving and then just like realizing like I probably just got that chick fired.
Probably. In all honesty, yeah.
I probably did, but at least they knew I tried to fix it, right?
I mean,
right?
it wasn't your fault in the first place for messing it
Yeah.
up.
But I felt like at some point when I got handed the receipt, I could have realized or something like that. It was just,
Well, you did.
I mean,
I don't feel bad that it was particularly my fault. I just felt bad that I had to go back and like try to fix it.
Well, it's
So
better than what most people would have done.
yeah,
All in
honestly,
all-
you did better than what most people would have done. I
all
can
in
think
all,
most people would
like,
have fucking. Sorry.
yeah, no, all in all, I basically failed this side quest.
Or maybe you passed.
I don't feel like this post
And not all
has.
side quests have happy endings.
Facts,
Some are just for
actually.
the character development.
And what did I get the character development of? Life ruiner.
You got some more money.
I mean, that counts.
Yeah, you don't want that tag added to your character?
No, I do not want that tag added to my character sheet.
Homewrecker?
Aw. Unemployment maker.
Ender of jobbers?
One that just says bad person. Wait, I've always had that. The fuck was that?
Nothing.
All right. But yeah. That was I still feel really fucking bad about it. This side quest has been failed.
Nah, you're fine, B.
Unless Carlos is ready, that was basically my week. I played some games. Cool. Same games I've always played.
I think I can talk about it if you're done.
I'm done. I'll leave it on that note.
God, yeah, I just have a cat here that's really loud.
Cat!
But you can hear. So what did I do? I don't even know what I've done this week. I've already forgotten. I think the most recent thing I can remember is the HBO premiere of that new Watchmen series came out. I saw that.
How was it?
It's definitely got my attention. I would say people who are expecting a direct sequel to either the movie or the comic is probably going to find themselves disappointed. But I wouldn't say the show was ever going for that in the first place. It's kind of it seems like it's taking more direct, just a couple of decades after more of the comic, from a very specific event that happens in the episode. But it's definitely interesting. I'm
So
actually
it's
really,
like-
I'm really. Is it what?
Is it going beat for beat like how the comic was, or what are they doing?
No,
with
no,
it?
no, no. Like the events of the original comic have already happened. In
Oh.
I think it was 1985. So this is just how that world continued into 2019 and how like the current political and social context of everything would be in that world had it continued. So it's more something like that. So I would it's definitely gonna piss off a lot of people. I would say on both sides, but I would say I would say probably DC has probably done the best this year because it's done that with really all of its things. Because even The Boys, which is technically owned by DC Comics and Joker, has had a lot of these talks. And I don't know, it's just very interesting. I'm definitely gonna keep watching it. And
Alright.
the other thing I've seen recently was I saw El Camino. I saw a Breaking Bad movie. I was very pleased with it. I think it was a very nice
Same here.
epilogue to the story.
Yep, same here.
Um,
Pretty fucking
we
good.
can wait till Monroe has like I don't know if he's finished the show or not. I know he was watching it. We can wait till like he's gone through it all for us to have a deep discussion. But I would say like whoever's a fan of the show will like it. I think people who didn't were just like overhyping it themselves. Like I don't know what they were expecting, but I guess they were expecting more of like of a more cinematic feel to it. But I think it was a better choice that they kept it closer to how the show felt.
I was gonna say because
And
the show's always been a slow burn, and it is a slow burn.
yeah, I would say like for it having been what 6 years later. When did Breaking Bad end? What year?
Ah, oh,
2013, I want to say.
was it 2013? I feel
It was
old.
it's been a while. For it to have taken this long, I can see why people might call it unnecessary, but it's in the same way of like any episodes after the Ozymandias episode could feel unnecessary. So it's really more of an opinion of whether you think it was necessary or not. But I still very much enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. And I think that's really the only new things that I've seen recently. So I haven't had the most interesting of weeks. And that's it. That's all I've really got.
Okay.
I would like to also talk about Camino, but I think that's gonna go into like spoiler territory.
I mean, we can now if you want. I didn't really know what to say. If there's anything you have got to say about it, like please do.
And I mean, it was shot really well. I shouldn't be surprised.
yeah.
Breaking Bad was shot pretty well.
Yeah.
I like the arc that it goes with. I like the callbacks. Oh, also, I feel really bad. Hold up. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Robert Forster. That was his last appearance.
Oh
in
yeah,
film,
that's right. I think he died the day it came out.
which sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was really interesting or really weird, I'd say. But yeah, I remember hearing about that. What other famous movie was he in? I know he was another one that like I feel like everybody has seen. I forget which one. But yeah, he was a pretty cool dude.
He's probably been in. I want to say it was in a Tarantino movie. I feel like
Jackie Brown, that's what it was. Yeah.
Jackie Brown.
There you
Yep.
go. I knew it was something.
Hey, we're not terrible people sometimes. I say
That's
after, I
stretching
talk
it.
about, yeah, after I fucking like ruin that person's life.
Let's all go.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say that doesn't dive into spoiler territory.
I mean, I guess we can spoil it a little bit. Is there anything you didn't like about it?
Not really.
I would say it's I don't know, it's weird because I don't want to fault the movie for it. I will say it is very distracting how you can tell most of these actors have aged. Like Jesse does not look like he's supposed to be like 23 or 24, like within the show's timeline. He does not look like a 23 or 24-year-old man.
Well, what sucks about the certain actor Todd and how he looks in that one is that he looked that way for a different role in a different show he was playing, and it just his body doesn't work the same, and it's hard for him to lose weight. But still,
It was Fargo or something. I think he's in that now.
Fargo
Yeah,
season.
like
Yeah, Fargo season 2.
yeah,
Give me 1 second.
that would definitely shocked me when I first saw him because I don't watch that show. So when I saw him, I was like, oh, he's man. He couldn't have lost a bit more weight for the role. But they did try to hide it. I'm glad they didn't like just throw it in your face. They like kind of eased into it with how they were shooting it with the crate like sort of blocking his appearance. So you just kind of slowly accepted it. But still, it is a factor of the show that I would not fault somebody for feeling that it was very distracting.
That was just my mom. Hey, everyone who's listening to this podcast, call your mom and tell them you love them. Yeah.
No.
Cool.
Or your parents. Your guardians, I guess. Fuck it. I don't know, your dog? All right, now that I made that awkward for everybody, I'm sorry. I had to mute myself for a second. But I say but a lot. I just realized.
Yeah, you do.
Brother.
Yeah, I do. You know what we also say a lot that I hate the fact that Cable's significant other pointed it out to us is we say yeah, you know a lot.
Yeah, you know.
Or well, you know.
Yeah, you know.
See? Who said it and spread it out to all of us? Because we all known each other for a long ass time, and we pick up on a lot of our speech patterns. So, which one of us motherfuckers who doesn't know how to continue a sentence said, "Yeah, you know"?
You know. Let's be real.
Hey,
It
man,
was probably
talking is
all
hard.
of us.
It was probably me. I was about to say, "Oh, you know, fuck."
I know.
God damn it!
Can't escape from crossing fate.
I can't escape.
Can't
Hey, you know what
escape across the feet.
Hey, you know what we can't escape from?
China.
There you go. Hey, let's get.
Man, I'm glad that's where you were going.
Yeah, let's look at the news. Gotta scroll through. all these fucking memes.
First thing on the news
Can we
docket,
just
if you
okay.
want to, this podcast
yeah.
is sponsored by World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, we are. Hey,
Oh.
Cable, why don't you tell us about the? Okay, I think we have to legally say we're not actually sponsored by World of Warcraft.
No, well, don't ruin it yet.
No, I mean I think we actually have to legally say we're not. I can tell you where we're also not sponsored by the government of China. In fact, I feel like we are banned in China.
Oh,
Probably.
Probably.
I'm
But yeah.
pretty sure, like YouTube is given like 15 WoW subscriptions each time someone reports our videos in China.
Yeah, if you report this podcast or any other anti-China podcast to Blizzard, I mean the People's Republic of China.
I mean Activision. I mean
you'll get a free month of World of Warcraft along with a tank mount.
What?
Too bad it'll be invisible on a certain date, but you know.
Man, don't worry about it.
That is extremely relevant. I'm sad you didn't just read the joke out loud,
Wow.
Carlos.
We can put it on.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
sad you
that's
just
fine.
didn't read the joke out loud. But
Oh, should I have just? Oh, it's fine. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's pretty good, man. I'm just never gonna be able to go to that part of the country.
I am
in the
so excited for
I
Blizzcon.
mean, if you want to, honestly.
I didn't want to. Should we just give a full?
This
Should we just
is
give a full rundown of everything that's happened? All right, let's start with this timeline. Yo, where's the? I need the Pepe Sylvia picture up. That's not the Pepe Sylvia picture. We can also post that. All right. Anyways, let's keep this picture up for a while, right? And just
Okay.
Photoshop my profile picture over Charlie, or lazily edited, whatever works. Anyways, right. So first things first. What happens is I need to double check my sources on this just to make sure I get the name of the player right.
Or you don't horribly slur it.
No, I feel like I know what it is. I had it written down, but I fucked up. Anyway, this helps because it became international news.
yeah, it did.
It
It's
pretty
something
much
that
did.
actually made Congress do something together for once. And that's saying something because it's a video game company.
All right, so Blitzchung, I think is his name is. Yeah, at least I hope that's how you pronounce it. During essentially a Hearthstone interview, he proclaimed, not well, essentially just advocated for protests in Hong Kong during like a Hearthstone interview. I don't remember if it's specifically after a tournament. If so, I mean, like balls to you, man, for winning it just so you can say that. But I think it was I think it might have just been a side interview. But yeah, he came and it was obviously his intention to do it because he came wearing the goggles and I think the mask. No, on this picture I only have I only see the goggles. And yeah, and so he went ahead and gave his support on that. And then Blizzard straight up suspended him and took away the time being while all that happened. And they straight up suspended the two casters that let him interview on it. So that went to shit extremely quickly with a lot of medias and a lot of other stuff just like going ham about that. Especially since it was like Blizzard took it down, quote unquote, and like according to them that it was just due to their like policies of not letting anything get political, even if that has to do with players of their games and stuff, which they've players have done that in the past, and their games have also kind of done that in the past. So you can see that was kind of hypocritical. Well, not kind of, that was pretty hypocritical. So that happened. And then 3 college players also proceeded to get banned for their Hong Kong support too. Specifically a sign. Here, I have the article here so that we can link. This is based on the players. And since then, the ban is still on the player, right, Cable, but they gave him his prize money back, right?
I think they gave him some of the money back, but not all of it.
Yeah, still.
No, but there was that I forgot, I think it was a sponsor or something that's just straight up like, no, we'll pay you, dude, to go to the next one and pay you back all the money you lost. Fuck Blizzard.
Yeah. And that's all been happening right now. A lot of Blizzard employees there have been multiple walkouts have happened apparently. At least I've heard this. I know of the one. I don't know if there were other, but there have been apparently multiple. So yikes. I know a lot of like one of the devs left. Don't remember if it was one of the devs or Hearthstone or what.
Oh, shit's been a mess.
And it's just been it's just been a mess. Like the whole thing's just been a mess. Oh, okay. Blizzard. All right, hold up. Let me double check this. See when this happened. Nope, this isn't. This is something old. Never mind. I was about to ruin my credibility more than I already have.
Man, good thing Bungie already abandoned ship.
Oh no, Bungie got real out of that. Like, all right, this is gonna be a hard deep pull because I saw a meme on this and it's the only reason I remember. You remember Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Curse of the Black Pearl, when you're first introduced to Jack and he's like on top of the all the way on top of the sail of the ship and the ship is sinking and then he gets off of it in the port. That was Bungie to Blizzard. And yeah, it's just been a mess. For last times they've broadcasted the Hearthstone games and some other games in general on their channel, they have literally banned the word Hong Kong and free Hong Kong in chat. So big yikes. Hey, it's not related to a relationship with Tencent, the Chinese company, at all, guys. They said it, so it has to be true, right, Cable?
They own a 5% stake in Blizzard.
No, guys, it's okay. We have the one Chinese character in Overwatch,
who is actually now being used by Hong Kong protesters and people who support the protests as a symbol. for the Hong Kong protests. So hey, if fucking Overwatch gets banned in China,
Remember, kids, if you want to hit Blizzard where it really hurts, stop looking up all that Overwatch pornography.
I know it's hard, guys, but you got to do it.
Every fap you give to Blizzard is a fat for communism.
That's a podcast title. There we go. Someone write that down.
I got it.
That's a pretty good podcast title, though.
And
then
Blizzard's
it's
gonna
like-
really die, aren't they?
Well,
I
maybe.
wouldn't per se die, but it's gonna be a shit show at BlizzCon. The thing is, a lot of people will be like, "Oh,
Well, yeah, I
it's
guess like
fucking
they won't, like the company won't die, but that's when it, like BlizzCon is just gonna. This is probably the first time I'm ever gonna pay attention to a BlizzCon.
Hey, if you go to BlizzCon, go check out our booth. There's gonna be a CRT.
We'll sell our
rejo-
free Hong Kong
It's-
merch.
No, it's gonna be us being run over by tanks, but they're sponsored by Activision Blizzard.
God. No, the tanks are tanks are sponsored by World of Tanks, who are also against Blizzard.
I'm trying to find the actual link for the fucking BlizzCon bingo, and I can't find it. Oh, no, it was on.
Dude, do you think Diablo 4 is just gonna be about the Hong Kong protests?
Dude, I wish.
Oh yeah, right. Police starter class.
Oh no. Yep. Thank you, people. Introducing. Hey, someone give me like game show music. Just like introducing our new favorite game, the Castle Super Beast BlizzCon Bingo, but now it's been rebranded as the Space Patrol BlizzCon Bingo.
Yeah,
Hey!
fuck you, Wooly.
Yeah, fuck you. Just literally at that point, just put our logo. Yeah, that's fine. Yo, let's check out the what the free space says. Free space. Hey, guess what? Top left, we have protest inside the venue. Following up to the corner, not the corner, the full fucking row. May cosplays banned. Winnie the Pooh. Loud free Hong Kong chats. Q&A canceled. Now going down to the next row, we have extreme security measures. Obviously rigged Q&A. The live stream gets cut. Employee walkout. LGBT plus used as shield and deflection. Now on our next, this is a spicy one. I gotta actually zoom in for this because someone made this a little too small for my screen. New
controversial monetization plan.
Yeah, we all love those, don't we? Oh, and how about speech and or presentation gets interrupted? There's the free space. Angry employee or exec lashes out at fans. Battle Royale feature or game. Let's see. Don't you guys have phones to the revenge? Oh, I fucking love that one. This has nothing to do with politics.
Oh my god, I love how they keep retweeting that too. We
Yeah.
owe absolutely nothing to China.
Yeah. Is this an out of season April Fool's joke to resurrection? The next one is actual apology.
That one won't happen.
Performative statement about human rights and global voices. BlizzCon canceled. Yelling racist slurs to fight tyranny. May get. Oh, that's a good one. Fucking yelling racist slurs to fight tyranny. That can also be a podcast title. May gets changed in game. Hype announcement makes everyone immediately forget controversy or protests outside the venue. And if you want yours, we will literally just post it in chat. Ignore us, just lazily just taping over Castle Super Beast and putting Space Patrol.
I may not even do that. Make it
At least
super
put a
lazy.
Effort be.
Oh man, I love how a lot of people. All right, so Reddit is just a fucking hive mind of dumb shit in general that I follow. Granted, And like, there's always negative Nancy's everywhere, but it's just like Reddit is that place where you think all the kids that they thought they were smart go hang out at. And so you just have a bunch of people that were like, "Oh man, why the fuck are you just buying tickets to BlizzCon then if you're trying to fucking if you're fucking trying to boycott them anyways?" And it's like, well, for starters, you actually have to buy them in advance, and two, they kind of bought them in advance before all this shit went down. So better make good money of it. Am I right?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about what's gonna happen to BlizzCon?
I believe
I'm
that
just
BlizzCon is unjustly being accused, and we should give them our support as the People's Republic of China.
Wait a minute.
We will provide them tanks to help defend their Overwatch statues. Long live Mao Zedong.
I mean,
Next-
we can just raid.
Next year,
You
we'll
just-
be holding BlizzCon at Tiananmen Square.
I mean, where? It's a mystery.
All right, I'm writing that down too. BlizzCon 2020 Tiananmen Square.
For the titles.
Yeah,
I'm keeping the track too.
I just wrote it. I'm pretty sure I spelled Tiananmen wrong, but who cares?
BlizzCon as Winnie the
It's
Pooh.
fine.
They
That's
can't
close
ban us all.
And then on top of all that shit, I do know that recently that Blizzard has just been starting to cancel like a lot of like launch events that have been happening. Like there was a recent one with Nintendo that they canceled.
Yeah, for the Nintendo canceled it, not Blizzard.
Did Nintendo cancel?
Yeah, Nintendo was like, no, fuck this. If you guys want refunds, we'll give it to you.
Oh, sweet. Even Nintendo hates commies.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
The fuck?
Oh man, that Q&A is gonna be so fucking rigged, or they're just gonna cancel it.
Oh yeah, I feel like they're just gonna either outright cancel or it's like, hey, any mention of Hong Kong, you're getting thrown out or shot.
Oh shit! I just forgot. Hold on, give me a second. I need to look up something because this isn't the only thing China has done this week.
Oh, I'm sure.
No.
oh no.
No.
Hold on. Which movie
No,
was
is
it again?
this?
Oh yeah, here we go. They wanted Quentin Tarantino to recut his new movie, and he just said no.
Oh yeah, because of the way they depict Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
What was it? Like I think, as far as I had read, that they weren't just giving specific reasons for it. Was it for Bruce Lee?
The
It's
one I
most
saw was
likely
about the
probably for
Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
Hold on, let me see.
I mean, realistically, that's the only thing I can think of.
For its depiction of Bruce Lee, played in the film by Mike Maw, the character is heard in some Muhammad Ali in a scene. All right, yeah. So apparently now they're also banning Tarantino movies.
Tarantino's like, cool, I'm rich enough. I've got all the feet I need. What? It's Tarantino.
That reminds me of a joke where someone was like, "Yo, my boy wanted Quentin Tarantino to direct Joker, but that would have been the first time that Batman would have been called the hard R." Man, if I go watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and there's not at least two, I'm gonna be upset.
I don't think there's any hard R's in that
Nice.
movie.
What? That's not a Tarantino movie. There's something wrong. He's being kidnapped.
No. The
against his will.
10th one's the one where it's gonna be every word in the script.
Literally every word.
You're gonna have to read the subtitles, and the subtitles are still
And then
gonna
there's
be
gonna
the
be-
N-word.
Yeah, and then there's gonna be another cut that's gonna be the actual movie.
It's just a bunch of nonsensical gibberish. Like it's just random thing
Nice.
like ooga booga feet lick.
Oh god. Oof.
I get old.
Oh, man,
Gotta
that
give
was
it to China just for letting us use so much of their stuff.
We might as well just put hashtag free Hong Kong into our fucking description.
I mean, we can. I don't think it'll do anything bad.
I mean, I support it. I also support every other protest that's been going on in Lebanon, Chile. I know there's stuff going on in
Oh
Ecuador.
yeah, the Chile ones are getting pretty bad.
I mean, anybody that's fighting
no,
for
I
what
mean,
they believe
I
is
mean
right.
bad in like it's getting pretty rough down
No,
there.
I mean, I know in rough, but I still feel like anyone who, I mean, granted or not, even though it is controversial, anyone who has the balls to go out there and fight for what they believe in, especially in their like trying to get their own human rights,
Yeah.
it's all pretty awesome.
What do you mean basic human rights are a myth?
Do I have to pay Blizzard DLC for that?
No, you have to. It's a loot box. You get it randomly.
I was gonna make a loot box jokes. Thank you. Man,
oh, sweet! I got freedom of speech. That's a legendary.
Yeah. I got the 3-child policy.
Common.
God.
God. Oh.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Man, I really hope no one in China listens to this. If so, I'm sorry, and I believe in what you're doing there.
We probably got somebody arrested for listening to us.
Oh, yeah, probably. Gotta ask that
Winnie
viewer.
the Winnie the Pooh Tiananmen Square.
God. better be like, hey man, hey one viewer, how's it like in China? And he's like, man, I mean I can't complain. Like
Nice.
I actually can't complain.
If I do, you know.
The troubles.
Okay, what other news we got?
What other news do we have? We gotta scroll up through all that. Can we get
That's a
something good?
question.
Yeah, can we get something not good as in like actually good, but I'm talking about like cheerful? Oh, I scrolled past the screaming Kirby again. I just hit play on it again. It's pretty good.
Cheerful. PS5 comes out next year.
Hey. And guess what? Backwards compatible. I really hope it's backwards compatible to all the other games too, but that's probably asking for a lot.
Well, I guess we'll have to see, but
I just really hope we don't deal with digital games.
Is good for me.
Yeah, slightly. I mean, happy news for me. I don't know if any of you give a shit, except maybe possibly Michael. They put the release date for the next Unis game finally. It's like February something next year.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember the date. I know it's in February. I don't know what the exact day is though.
Hey, I know what I'm dumping money on in February. Oh yes.
Like dumb combos.
Hey, listen. Gun is life.
Guns are life.
I hope they give Elton a shotgun. I hope they give her like gold bullets or something. It gives you even more plus frames.
What?
Oh my god.
It's an actual one-hit kill.
We should have probably looked up the release dates of game this week, but I don't care. Well, I don't care, but I'm too.
Honestly,
I don't have a game release, but I have a game delay of Doom Eternal until March 2020.
That was a good segue. I mean, yeah, that's it. And didn't they say like, oh no, we just want more time to be worked on the game?
Yeah, I think they had like an actual statement. I can see if I can try to find it.
I mean, I will always say like I'd rather have a I'd rather have a delayed game that's going to eventually. That's going to.
I think it must have just been that, yeah, because I can't find it. It was like, just make sure it's good. Additionally, apparently, Doom 64 will be available as a free pre-order bonus on all platforms, not just on Nintendo Switch.
Sweet. Do you still need a Bethesda account to play?
No, I think they fixed that.
Did they fix it?
I I don't know. I don't have a way to play them on Switch because I don't have a
Jesus
Switch.
Christ! I just realized the freaking article that Carlos linked for all the Hong Kong and Blizzard shit is
Yeah,
a
I did.
time. It's a Time article. Holy crap!
Yeah, it made
We in there,
national
boys.
news.
We in there, boys, but not in the way that I wanted it to be.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Congress is actually like both sides are going to Blizzard and be like, hey, what the fuck?
I mean, that has a lot of other stuff for how it would play out in our country right now, especially with some companies being owned very obviously by China, but I don't want to get into that.
Yeah. No, it's just like it's fascinating, like both sides agreed on something.
I know, right? Other than the time they said fucking pizza was a vegetable. Holy shit.
And probably the one time, you know, way back when they were like, yeah, slavery's cool.
And then they were forced, some of them were forced to say slavery was not cool.
Forced a rope point.
Any other news we got?
I've run out of news.
I don't know.
Oh no, Society the movie is almost reaching $1 billion in box office.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think it's already past Venom as far as October releases, but yeah, it's looking to pass. I think Deadpool and such as well, which I believe is the current holder.
For like the highest grossing rated R movie.
It's either rated R or at bare minimum comic book rated R movie.
Was Venom rated R? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Didn't feel like
Wasn't
it.
it?
Venom?
Or was it PG-13?
No, I'm pretty sure it was
I feel like it was
PG-13.
Sounds like it would be PG-13. Oh, fuck.
Venom was... Why the fuck is it not... It was PG-13.
Oh, okay. I never saw it, so.
I don't blame you. It just did not look terribly interesting to me. It's Venom. So it's like, damn. You really fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, God, what other news do we have? God, this podcast was probably our worst one so far in all honesty.
No. We've had worse.
No.
The worst thing about this one is just the bit of extra dead space, but we can always cut that out if it gets too bad.
How long we in?
We are about an hour 12.
Wow.
Gee.
It's not that it's just we don't have that much to talk about.
Yeah, because even though it's been 2
Hey,
weeks,
Cable.
like not. Oh yeah, what's up, Michael?
No, I was gonna ask if we had questions.
Oh yeah, we
We do have questions,
So
which is
good.
important.
That'll take...
But I think we still got. Do we still have one more news article?
No, I literally just scrolled up to them. We talked about all of them.
We put too many fucking memes in this chat. Oh wait, Screaming Kirby got to hit play again. There we go.
Let's see, Blizzard,
Oh,
It's a
man.
necessity.
Joker, play
It is a
PS5,
necessity.
Doom Eternal. Yep, that was like the 4 we talked
Wait.
about. Really.
Wait. Everyone, be really quiet, real quick. Did that play through?
No.
No,
Oh, it
no,
didn't.
nothing played through.
I'm upset. I fucking. I thought I set it up to where I could play the fucking Kirby screen through my thing.
Nah, probably not because it's so quick.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything.
Dang. It was like cable edited right about now.
Now let me add the timestamp. Yeah, both you assume I'm doing my job.
Do any of us do our job really? My brain doesn't do its job on letting me be happy half the time.
Hey,
Alright, that's a lie.
I know that
Oh, is
feeling,
my brain
bro.
supposed to do that?
All right, that's a lie.
That's a feature it has? What?
How do I turn
Y'all
that
getting-
on?
Y'all are getting serotonin. It's pretty good. All right, questions, because we actually have a lot of questions, don't we?
I'm not sure if we have live. Never honestly looked over them for this week.
Pretty sure we have a lot. 'Cause Erwin sent us some. Yay!
Oh, boy.
Confetti blast.
Shout out to our boy Erwin.
Honestly, Erwin, we gotta thank you for still sticking with us.
And for
Honestly, yeah.
be the only person that
Like,
says questions
Hey,
outside of.
Cable, since it's been like a while since I've said this, if they want to send us a question, where can they find us at?
You could send it to the People's Republic of China at
Wait a
Hawaii.net. Now, if you want to send us questions, you can send it to the Space Patrol Mail at gmail.com.
What is that one more time?
That is the Space Patrol Mail at gmail.com. Don't be shy. You can ask just about anything. It's not, terribly
Literally.
personal. It's not Erwin's job to do this. It'd be a very
Honestly, yeah.
weird job.
It would be. And plus,
Right.
what money would we pay him? Exposure? We already ran out of that to pay Monroe with.
Hell, he barely did anything for it. That's not true. We did make all the thumbnails we asked for. We just haven't done anything with that last one.
All right. Did Aaron leave any message in this one at the beginning?
Let's see. The beginning, he just put, "Man, that South Park episode couldn't have released at a better time than now."
Oh man, that really made my day. Holy shit!
Erwin telling the best joke on the podcast.
Like, goddamn, dude, you stole everyone's thunder.
Took our
All right.
fucking. I can't even call this a job, hobby.
It is a hobby. We're not getting until we get paid. It's a hobby.
Hell, even then, as often as we
yeah.
upload anything, it's a hobby.
Oh. Question number 1. The only thing encouraging me is society. When's the time you feel out of place consuming media of any sort? There was that time when I was just watching Marvel movies for the sake of just being Marvel movies until I literally stopped. Anyone else?
Is the question asking like when you felt weird like watching a specific thing, or like where a weird time when you were just watching anything?
I guess feel out of place consuming media of any sort.
That doesn't.
Okay, well, thank you for
Doesn't
rereading the
help.
question.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah, I know. That's how you see.
I guess,
smarter
Carlos,
use better.
answer it either way. Whichever way is easiest for you to answer.
Yeah. I answered it as if like I was only getting like things that you were getting into because it was just out and it was just what everyone else was doing at the time. At least that's how I interpret it. Either way, my answer is still like that. Yeah, because I think you also did the same.
Now I think what you're talking about. Okay, I think I understand it now.
Because me and you also fell into that part where eventually we just start watching Marvel movies for the sake of being Marvel movies. And at one point, me and you both just got burned out until like good ones came out.
Yeah. I don't know. Feeling out of place, huh? Yeah. I mean, the Marvel thing's probably a good one. Like after a certain point, that you start to, I would say you do start to feel like movies, like whether you enjoy them or not, do feel very samey. So you start to wait for better stuff. That's why I don't really watch the CW shows anymore. I would say that's the time when I felt out of place, just because like it was just the only. Even before like all the like Netflix shows were coming out, like the CW was really the only place like you, because that's when they were putting out Arrow and the Flash. It was at the beginning of all that, and I was mostly watching it just because at the beginning I thought it was good.
Yeah, I remember when we all thought Arrow was good for like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, I remember when I thought the first 2 seasons were good. I've tried rewatching. I couldn't get past episode 3.
Ew. You know what? I can rewatch the first 2 seasons are and keep going.
What?
Breaking Bad.
Yeah. I felt out of place. I'm trying to think. If you guys have other answers, you can go ahead. I'm still trying to think.
I can't really think of anything, to be honest.
Time
That's
you
nothing.
feel out of place consuming media of any sort. Usually just browsing Reddit in public, because I don't know what the fuck's gonna pop up in my feed.
Oh, I know exactly what's gonna pop up in my feed, and I still scroll.
I think another answer I have is just anime in general. Even for the ones that I like, it's just not something I just usually consume. So whenever you guys recommend something, or if I hear people just talking about one, if I decide to give it a watch, it does feel different because it's just not something I usually put on. So that's why I kind of depend on it either to catch my attention immediately, or I'm just gonna fall off of it.
You gotta just do the thing where you just poke me and be like, Coby, what watch Coby, please. And I'm like, okay, I'll hold up. And I gotta
Yeah,
remember all the things you like.
Yeah.
Granted, I've known you guys long enough to where if I specifically like a certain thing, I can be like, yeah, no, that's like, or be like, yo, that's got some dumb shit in it. Michael would love this, and then I would recommend it. I'd be like, yo, this has some dumb shit in it. Carlos would love this, and that's usually how JoJo worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still need to finish part 4.
Yeah, I've actually been really slow about that.
Understandable. Part 4 is a slow burn.
I have started liking it more now. I think from what I saw, I think I'm at the episode. I think the next episode is when they're about to introduce the main villain, because from the description, that's what it looked like. But at least up to now, I've started enjoying it more. Like, I love Kochi. Like, I think he's great.
Have you've met Okiyasu, right?
Yeah.
I fucking love Okiyasu. Okiyasu is the boy.
Oi, Josuke.
What are your opinions on him? Because I'm interested. Because I wouldn't say he's a love or hate character, but it is. You can see why you could dislike him at first.
I would say overall I like him, but he can be very annoying. Like, but I think that's what they're trying to do with his character. Like, whenever they mention like about his brother, he just changes, and just sometimes that illogical thinking of like you just get so angry you can become illogical. Like, I know probably I get that way too, but I don't know. Sometimes seeing in a story it can be very annoying. But overall, I think he's funny. Like one of my favorite episodes so far was the one where they go to the restaurant and they think like the chef is a villain, but he's just trying to cook. I actually really like that episode.
I'm gonna fix that spaghetti.
Dude, my parents love that episode too. Like, actually.
God.
They always fucking reference it whenever my mom's like making food and shit. Just mimicking Okuyasu's fucking reaction is great.
Okiyasu is wholesome. Okiyasu is wholesome boy. Koichi is good son to Jotaro. Jotaro in a role. I didn't realize how much I like cool Uncle Jotaro until I fucking watched part 4. And cool Uncle Jotaro is pretty well. He's technically cool nephew Jotaro now that I think about it, but you know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
whatever.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but to be fair, this is just what I think about it right now. I will see what they do throughout the story, but I kind of don't like that they brought Joseph back. I feel like we got enough of him. I'll see how the story goes to see if it justifies it better, but I didn't like that they brought him back as a super old man.
Oh, don't worry. He's
That's
not in much. I wouldn't say he's not in much, but he's...
What the fuck?
He's not a main character, but it's to the point where, like, you'll see him walking around. And it'll be like, hey, Joseph, hey. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's like I'm kind of letting it slide because I would say as of right now he is my favorite JoJo out of all of them, but I feel like for this story I don't know, at least for right now it feels a little bit forced, but I think like they literally just brought him back from where I was, so I will see how like they continue the story.
Yeah. All right, is that all for question 1?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Question 2, you fool, you doomed us all. When's the time you saw something fuck up in person and you still laughed through it? One of my favorite moments in game without a mic was accidentally setting off a bomb in an elevator and having everyone look at first the bomb, then me, then a voice line plays, then cut out. Oh, just like a huge fuck up. There's a lot of those. But I still think my favorite was on stream when I was playing Rainbow Six Siege. Where Mantis, I was dead, right? In Siege, when you're dead, you can look at other people's perspective. And if you're on the defending team, you can look through your cameras. And so on plane, you're technically on like Air Force One or something extremely similar. And the windows are bulletproof. There's only one character on the offensive side that has a specific gun that can easily shoot through that, and that's Glass, because he also has a scope that also sees like your heat signature and stuff like that. And so Mantis, being relatively new to the game, I literally said to him while I was said, "Hey Mantis, Glass is out there. Don't peek that window." Guess what the motherfucker does?
He peeked out the window, didn't he?
He peeked out the window and dies like immediately and starts blaming me for it. And I'm like, I literally like said, "Don't look out the window. If I gave you a button and the button had a fucking nuclear sign on it, and I said, don't press this button, and the second thing that comes to your head is to press the damn button, I'm beating the shit out of you."
And not even after that is then they blame you. Like, why did you push the button? Or like, why did you let me push the button?
But Coby, it's human nature to do the opposite of what you're told.
Humans are fucking stupid.
Why'd you give the button to someone who's fucking mentally handicapped?
Damn.
I
Yo,
say
shout
as
out to our boy.
I say as I had a stroke
Twitch.tv.
saying that.
Yeah, hey, shout out to our boy Twitch.tv legendary _ Mantis. It's cool we talk shit about him as long as we chill. Anyways, what are your guys's? That's like the prominent. It didn't like he doomed us all. It was just a fuck up. Like on like a level of like galaxy brain thinking that I couldn't comprehend.
Trying to think.
Oh, you know we've had a lot playing together.
We do, but the thing is, like, we've had so many, I can't recall like just one example.
It's like trying to remember one or like a very specific one.
Anything in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I guess.
Me in an autistic fit of rage saying the N-word out loud.
They do that anyways.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of class.
No, not that bad. But
You know, I've almost done that actually.
well, you're. How was I say? You would be fine with it. I feel kind of bad that there's been so many fuck ups with me, Cable, and any other time we've played together. That like it's astronomically like hard to actually choose.
I mean,
it's just so many have happened. Yeah.
Oh, I know one that still holds like close to my heart when we were playing D&D, and Carlos rolled to pet the dog and missed.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. And then it just kept snowballing, and none of us could pet the dog.
Yeah, I remember.
I just ended up just killing it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no, it needs to stop. We're like actually dying.
For context, we were just doing a fucking like one night campaign, just a one session thing. And it was very loosely done, but yeah, that was still funny. Just I pet the dog. Do you want to roll for it? Yeah, sure, whatever. You missed.
Was it like a 1 too?
Yeah, I think it was a critical fail. So it's just I couldn't think of anything to say for it, so I just had to say you miss.
Michael, why are you playing Outlast?
Wait, what do you mean? I'm not playing Outlast. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you on your PS4 right now, Cable?
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah, Michael, let me watch.
I feel like all of the fuck ups I remember, because probably half of them are me. To be honest. The fuck was that?
Who knows?
Yeah. It got picked up on your end.
It wasn't on my end for once.
It was probably either me without realizing, our roommate, or maybe so it wasn't Matoko. She's still like dead asleep.
Yeah, I think I only remember the fuck ups that we've done.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I've like just playing Siege with like Hole or something. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the flank, and then he dies or something.
You cut out. What did you say?
I say the only thing I could think of was like maybe playing with like Julio, and then he's like oh, I'm gonna get the flank, and then he dies. I mean, it's
That
just
sounds like Julio.
it's nothing
What happened
very.
to him? Did he die or something? Was he gonna?
He said he was gonna play Destiny with someone because he's.
What'd you
on.
say? You just cut
Hold
out.
on. All right.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, Jesus.
I heard that from like your room.
Let's see. It's 129.30. I'll look for that so I can bring it down.
No, don't bring it down. Just
It depends
Turn
on
it
how
up.
bad it is. Oh, no.
turn it up.
Raise the rest of the podcast to match that volume.
No.
I was saying, he was gonna play Destiny with someone because he said he's leaving tomorrow at 4 for something. I know he's going to Glasgow soon, but I don't remember if that's tomorrow or not.
Oh. Can you guys think of any other answers to this, or is it just me?
I mean, I just don't have anything specific in mind.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, we don't really have anything specific.
No, I know.
Yeah, me neither.
I have one. It's not a you doomed us all, but it's just anytime I play Udis with Messiah or Noah, I think it's fine to say Messiah's name. I don't think he's gonna care.
Yeah.
And Noah's already been on the channel, so he has no say. It's just anytime I just like barely get off the ground and air throw them. Because every time I start smirking and like trying not to giggle.
All right. Question number 3. Spoilers for the Bible. That's pretty good. What's a historic event that's easy to frame in another story? The World War arcs hold some of the tastiest memes of humanity. Gah. Hey, I don't know about you, right? This could be some bias personally, but that Vietnam arc had like the best soundtrack.
I knew you were gonna go with that.
How'd you know I was gonna go with it? Because it's true.
I don't know, man.
Look, we can talk about all
the Civil War area was a classic of game design history.
I'm glad you cut out a lot for that,
Why?
just in case.
I mean, it wasn't anything offensive. I mean, I guess not more offensive than anything else we've said.
You might just want to join and rejoin because it's cutting out a lot.
I
Man, I hope you remember to turn off your notifications.
did. I turned it off like the second we started because I was like, oh yeah. No, I was saying the Civil War era is a great piece of video game history. Or I think I've said like of game design history. It's very nostalgic.
Hey man, I don't know about you, but that civil rights patch was pretty good.
Ugh. I'm glad they fucking got rid of that in version
But, you know, base
2019.
slavery was good too. I mean,
Wait, what'd you say, Michael?
I said base slavery was good too.
Oh my god.
Vanilla slavery.
Oh no, it's chocolate slavery. The fuck you mean?
I feel like Carlos is trying his best not to laugh super hard at this.
Yeah, I gotta
Viewers.
keep kind of quiet for the roommates. Yeah.
Viewers, I swear I'm not racist. I'm just black.
Dude,
Wait a minute, that's a
that
patch?
public event on 9/11 was nuts.
Oh. Oh.
Everyone failed.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
Hey man, I failed the quick time, alright.
Yeah, so
What do you
everyone.
mean I don't get a redo?
What do you mean? What do you mean it's a real time server?
Where's that chowder picture I have? That's
Which
hold
one?
on. You know which one. You know it's the one. Do you have any joke to add onto this? Because we're just talking about that right now, Carlos. Carlos muted himself. F.
No,
there
it's
he is.
okay. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like an actual answer to the question.
I mean, it doesn't have to be American history.
No, I know.
X.
I was trying to think.
And that is a big boy.
I still
Michael.
think a game. I still think a game within the context of the French Revolution could be really cool.
Yeah.
That's not Unity.
Yeah, I mean, Unity got better when it released. Yeah, it was not good. When they actually finally
that
finished
one.
it was good.
Yeah, that's the chowder picture.
No, because there's a lot of chowder pictures you could
Nice.
realistically use.
Messed up subtitles on YouTube are the best. I wish
Are
one
those
of
from
us,
YouTube?
yeah. I wish one of us here can do the chowder voice just for this.
My God, how the
I don't
fuck is
even
your
remember
guy
what
still
Chowder fucking
alive?
sounds like.
I honestly don't remember what he sounds like either.
He
We
just
gotta
sounds
get
like a
those.
kid, I remember that. No,
I didn't
right
finish
there.
it. I didn't finish it.
Another historic event. Honestly,
I'm gonna be real with you.
yeah. What's
That
up?
Tiananmen Square era had some tech to it.
Yeah, it's the real birth of Blitz Tank.
God damn it! God damn it!
Blitz Tank
Oh.
Requiem.
What do you got?
We have a-
What other
All right.
history?
I think we got the answers to that as much as we can.
Yeah.
All right, 4. Wow, that's relevant. Damn it, we can't even post that one. Ever called out a joke you knew was awful and try to pull back halfway?
Yeah, a picture we
literally
just
Most
tried to
of our
read.
memes.
Yeah.
Most of our jokes that we really can't talk about on here, but you know.
Or have had to censor because we're too dumb to think beforehand, like, hey, we
Well,
need
that's
to
not
stop.
too dumb. Monroe just straight up called me.
It wasn't just Monroe. It
and you
wasn't
returned
just
it with
Monroe.
Hey, look, sometimes when the enemy throws a grenade at you, you
So
gotta
far,
drop artillery.
Michael's
I'm
the
just saying.
only pure one so far. We haven't had to censor a single thing Michael's done or said. Michael, please don't start.
You thought I was good.
We're-
waiting for the
We're
hard
we're
R.
so late in this podcast. Don't do it. If you're gonna do it, do it at the
thought he was
beginning
gonna-
of the next one or something.
I thought he was about to pull a childish
Cable, I'm
Gambino
not
for a
gonna
second.
do it.
man.
Don't worry.
Thank you. Or at least do it at the end where I can cut it.
Most of our jokes, usually, yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to reach a certain different demographic. We just don't know what that demographic is. So I think we just
Look,
attack
at
them all
this point,
equally.
having an audience would be a good start.
We have an audience. It's just a small one. Surprisingly, our podcast actually gets Jesus fucking Christ.
Whew.
That's a Mr. Snip Snip.
That's a good answer to number 4.
Ah.
So we can read the first half of that. I ain't touching that second half.
We're not reading any half of that.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
10 for
Yeah, for. Let me
Alright,
See, I
sugar
got
fruit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Stop!
6, 7, 8.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just weird. He's
Alright.
just counting.
Yeah, I know. All right. we
Yeah,
answered
Do you
number
want to
4.
read
We
5,
answered
Kobe, or do you
how
want me to
many-
read 5?
No, we answered number 4 by just having the podcast, and you know it.
Yeah.
You know what was
Yeah.
actually a missed opportunity when we were talking about Guilty Gear Church and couldn't think of a title relating to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well.
still one of my favorites. Oh, Guilty Gear Church is so fucking funny.
Dude, I can't believe the church is getting fucking renovated for 2020.
That is bullshit, Blaze.
They're
You know,
fucking.
like,
They're able to
offer
give some of their
sing it.
people pants now.
All right, that's a. Go ahead and read number 5. I just read like the
Yeah,
first 3 letters.
I figured you
They were-
would want to top out that one. All right. Caramelized in cum. We'll just let that
Oh,
sit for
boy.
a minute, much like the cum. What's a punishment you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy? Context on that quote if you're interested. Are you guys interested?
I
Too bad.
I guess.
don't.
Yes.
I don't. Okay, Carl said it. It's. Go ahead.
All right. That came he. Erwin's words, not mine. From the hacker known as 4chan. when someone decided to fill up like a container holding an MLP figure in it with their own semen. However, they accidentally ended up getting that thing heated up, and it fucking caramelized it.
That's fucking cool.
If you're sick enough for pics, look with the Wang ! Video on it.
I'm not looking that up. I'm good.
The sad part is I'm sick enough to look that up, but I'm not gay, so fuck that.
Are you? Wait. Wait, hold up. That series of words did not make any sense.
All right. Anyways,
I'm
partially.
sick enough to look that up, but I'm not gay. Wait, what the? Wait, hold up.
I guess we're alienating the gays now. Get out of here, Monroe.
I have like a huge shit-eating grin on my face and it's hurting.
Oh wait, I'm not against gay people. I don't swing that way.
I don't understand why you defaulted to that though.
I think we should probably cut that.
At least he said gay and not the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean?
Nah, stop.
Carlos,
A
please.
bundle of sticks.
We will censor that just to make you seem like a bigot.
Okay.
Hey, well, you don't have to try hard.
Well,
So
you're gonna
what's the
censor it
punishment?
anyways.
So what's a punishment you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy?
I mean, after hearing about that, that's a pretty top tier one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the amount you would need alone is just,
There's a lot of ways to die I wouldn't wish upon.
There's a lot of painful ways to die.
Well,
Like
if I-
one that probably ones that comes to mind quickly is because because I've also been doing a Breaking Bad rewatch. You know when they get I forget what's the fucking specific acid, like the hydrofluoric acid, when they can melt your body. Just imagine getting
Yeah.
slowly dipped in that,
Yeah.
or like just getting like just drenched in it, just out of nowhere. You just get like a bucket of it thrown on you.
Oh, that's horrible.
I can think of a
That's a
bad
Mortal
one.
Kombat. That's a Mortal Kombat brutality. What is it? Cable.
Well, this only specifies punishment, not that it has to kill them. Getting your fingernails and toenails ripped out, but and then having something like poking the open flesh or rubbing it or something.
Something poking with something poking the flesh that's covered in salt.
And sure, yeah,
I recently had to like rip out like a dead toenail, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is something bad.
Yeah, I do. Ugh.
Did you immediately kick your toe into something as well?
Yeah, I put a fucking toothpick where it was and just I fucking soccer kicked the wall. Yeah, I just made everyone's toes hurt. Yeah, I can't suck.
I know my
toes.
stomach hurt. I don't know why. I think it's just the fear.
All right, yeah, no, that's bad. All right, what? There is only one. I know this is like something you wouldn't wish on your enemy, but this is like the one punishment I would reserve for my worst enemy. Granted, you got to be up there to be my worst enemy. I've hated a lot of people in my life. I don't have anyone I consider my worst enemy yet. Anyways, there's a really fucked up way to die that they had back in the day, where they leave you in like either a log or some type of boat.
I know what you're talking about, and that is rough.
And this is one of the roughest ways I've heard anyone had to die. And before they set you off on that boat, they fucking feed you with milk and honey and literally overfeed you to the point where you can't have uncontrollable diarrhea. And what they place over you while you're having all that shit happen to you is a fucking bucket of rats. Like just strapped to your chest. And they just fucking push that shit just out in the river. Just, yep, there it is. And the feces makes the rats want to eat, and then they eat through you, and it's just it's a really. They did it back then historically, and it's a really fucking rough way to go. Like that's a big oof. That is something I only wish upon like my worst enemy. You got to do something like horrid to me.
I
They, like,
remember
do that
hearing
thing.
of one where like they stick like it was during like ancient Greek times where they would like stick them in like a bronze bowl or something and they would just heat it and boil
Yeah,
the person in their
yeah.
life. That one always like really got to me just because even kind of context on where we live. Oh, it gets humid here in the summer and it bothers me. So the idea of getting boiled to death really gets under my skin.
What, you know, we get cooked like a lobster?
I don't want to be Zoidberg.
Banning!
All right, let's skip over 5 before we all get really uncomfortable.
Wait, did Michael get the answer?
Did you get the answer, Michael?
I did not, but
No,
Jesus
no. What do
Christ,
you
after all of those.
what do you have that you wouldn't wish upon your worst enemy?
Let's see. Not sure, because all those we listed were fucking rough. A punishment I would say is I think I've told you this before. There's this spider where if it bites you, you have I think like a 4 hour long painful erection that then kills you.
Oh,
I
I've
guess-
seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So I guess just being dumped into a pit of those, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I remember seeing that on what was that show? There was a show.
1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah, that's it. It was 1,000 Ways to Die. Just gave all these stupid ways people died. I remember seeing that. God, yeah.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah, that's something.
I remember
Yeah.
being really into that show.
Okay, number 6 is relevant. Cable on tribute.
Alright. A really good podcast title. Best friend cast and Castle Super Beast podcast titles. Best case, pick a top 3. Worst case, choose one and give your reasoning for the choice.
I'm gonna be real. We've had some
Oh,
pretty good
God.
podcast names too.
Brownface Boys was a good one.
It was not Brown Face Boys, and you know it. I thought it was Blackface Boys.
No, I looked it up right now because I was looking at the question. Because I immediately wanted to name that one.
God.
They've
You
had
know
some
what?
pretty good ones. What?
I'm better. Hold up. I'm gonna look at our podcast titles really quick because I feel like we got some good ones.
Even though this one asked for best friend cast
I know.
and Castle
I know
Super
it's from Best Friends and Castle Super Beast, but I also just wanted to find some of ours. But I'll have these on reserve. I have a lot of fucking what the fuck, Cable? Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of really good like Best Friends podcast titles. Aryan Resurrection, 3/5 of a podcast, Underwater Racism. It's pretty good.
Only child gambling can save sports.
Yeah. The racists must not mix until the time cube is solved. That's one. That's not a baby. That's a pile of syringes. That's all of mine that I can think off the top of my head. What about you guys?
Remember 3/5 of a podcast. Thing is, I know you literally just pulled up that list of the really good ones. Bitch.
No, I just actually remember.
I just pulled up a list. No, I did just pull up a list of like all of them.
Yeah.
Let's see.
God damn it. Damn you, Castle Super Beast. I'm looking up their podcast titles, and the first one is their most recent one, and it says must yell racist slurs to fight tyranny.
Oh, yeah.
F.
Okay, that's a good one. Part-tied.
Inward accent core plus R.
Yeah, damn. We need to up our podcast. We need to up our podcast game. I don't know. We have some pretty good We have some pretty good podcast titles in there.
Ping Crimson Packet Lost Requiem.
God. All right, can I name some of some of my favorite ones from our podcast, even though we're kind of shilling it. All right, good answer. All right, this is all Carlos's fault. It's honestly probably one of my favorite ones. Just find it funny. That's it. Box Cutter no Jutsu is honestly pretty good. I don't remember the context of this, but why is episode 5 named Jimmy Neutron Full Metal Genius?
We literally just brought it up randomly.
I think you guys were just talking about like crossing over Jimmy Neutron and Full Metal Alchemist.
We were talking about crossing over different things, and then that came up at some point. We just stuck with it.
Suicide is just a hard reset. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
It's not racist. It's a scientific term. Blitz Tankerman Square. And now there's two. There's out of the 3 podcasts, 2 have some really good titles. There are no protests and bossings. And there's never enough whiteface.
Then we have strong contenders for this week's.
We do have some strong contenders for this week. All right. Is that all? Well, Michael, do you really listen to the Castle Super Beast podcast?
Admittedly, I don't.
Oof. So you don't really have anything to add to this?
No.
Yeah.
I got nothing to add to this.
All right. I guess we'll go to episode. I almost said episode 7. Question 7. Fans put up a hashtag release the Snyder Cut poster up on Times Square. What's the biggest waste of money you've ever seen a fan base go through for something so not worth anyone's time?
I have a perfect answer for this.
Wait, ground rules. Kickstarter projects are only allowed if there's no other choices, and it must be a group or subsection of people who've done it rather than just one person. What is your answer, Michael?
The fucking Life is Strange comic.
Damn.
It's literally a soulless cash grab, in my honest opinion. I don't know if I want to go in depth with that because we'd probably be here another 3 hours. No.
No, not super in debt, but you know. Well, I guess not.
No.
Yeah, you guys have an answer for any of these?
I'll actually agree with Erwin because I actually see on Twitter a lot those release the Snyder Cut idiots. I would say this one is kind of obsolete now, but during like that month that Spidey was out of the MCU, seeing people like just putting so much effort into bringing it back. I don't know. It was the way people were doing it. They just felt like the character in no way ever could work on its own, and basically using the same context like a lot of the Snyder cultists have of just clinging to Disney so hard for essentially nothing. It was pretty pathetic in my eyes.
Damn it, I had something, but it just slipped my fucking mind.
I'm trying to think of something game related.
Fallout 76.
Oh. Yeah, let's just leave that at that.
I don't think anyone needs more context on that.
That's a big oof. I don't have anything for this, honestly.
Alternatively,
you know what?
Anthem.
I was gonna say, as far as I'd probably say Destiny. I feel like Destiny is probably people have a lot of fans of it. Where like, but I feel like it's a lot of it is just the waste.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta be the type of person that likes those type of games to actually like buy Destiny. Which I mean, shout outs to them making like all of year one free essentially. And we've already gone through if we like Destiny or not, and it just scratches the Halo itch, but it doesn't scratch it all the way. That will be for Master Chief Collection. And hopefully by then we'll help Carlos to get like a gaming PC or some type of PC to play it with us. And then realize aiming with mouse and keyboard is actually cheating. I mean, it is.
Maybe if we start doing streams for money, we'll stream for cash.
God, we're gonna slip up on one of those streams. I just know it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we, huh? You mean I? Oh,
You know
and,
what? It'd probably be you first.
No.
Damn, I was
no,
joking.
It'll be Michael.
Watch it be Julio though.
Man, I can't believe
he already
Michael and Julio
has.
both. Man, I can't believe Michael and Julio both dropped the hard R at the same time.
Who do we put the foul on?
God. The one who
Hey, you
doesn't
gotta put
apologize first.
No, you gotta put the foul on the black guy. That's what whites have been doing, since the beginning of time.
God damn. Jesus. I'll say one last thing from Aaron. Also, as a side note, any chance of getting the cast up on other platforms like Spotify? I personally use it for CSB and some other smaller casts I listen to whenever I got downtime and I'm without internet, which is both funnily and tragically common for me. So having it on another platform or at least downloadable state would be nice. We could see if we could try putting it on SoundCloud.
Maybe.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
that would probably be
we could try to get Spotify, but I don't know if there's a process to that, or if we're big enough for it.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck it.
I don't know if we can get Spotify. SoundCloud would probably be the easiest.
Yeah, guys. Well, I'll also link my Spotify album into it too.
Y'all
My bad.
cowards don't even. Y'all cowards don't even
my
play
SoundCloud
Sam's
album.
show.
Yeah, you cowards don't even heavy slash. Yeah, I think that's it for the podcast. Really, I
Yeah.
don't think anyone has anything else to say. We're all kind of like losing it over lack of sleep.
Remember, kids, sexual assault is -10 on block.
God damn it.